I can do what you want me to do and distract you and keep you happy, so you don't have to think about the difficult things. I just wouldn't be happy with myself. Am I the smartest man on earth? Do I know the solution to every problem? No, I'm just saying that we can put in a little bit of effort. We don't have to struggle all the time. I am not the easiest person to get along with. I'm not the best person to get along with. I think I can be very boring sometimes. I think I can be very disengaged sometimes. I think I can be very distant sometimes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, socializing has not been, it's not a strong suit of mine. It feels weird, it feels uncomfortable, it feels like I have to set aside myself a lot of the time in service of other people. I'm not saying that I deserve friendship and you should follow my way of life because it's the correct way. I'm just saying, like, I'm just speaking on like my perspective and like my intention and I guess what my expectation is from other people. To be honest with you, I don't really have much of an expectation. At this point, I believe that people are gonna do whatever they choose to do. You know, they're gonna be whoever they want to be. And I guess I just haven't found my people who are willing to, you know, follow me and do the thing that I want to do, you know? I'm just saying, man, I just want a group of people, you know, that are, we don't even have to be of a similar mindset, you know? We really don't. That's why I was like really trying so hard in that relationship. In that friendship, because I'm like, okay, I'm doing things that I don't want to do, but like it's in service of you, so like, so you get to do, so you can be happy, you know? Like I don't mind making myself a little bit uncomfortable if it means that you get to be happy, you know what I mean? But at a certain point, it's not just about unhappiness. It's just it's a little bit more than uncomfortableness. At this point, it's becoming like a lifestyle, and a lifestyle is draining. Like, again, am I making any big strides in whatever it is that I'm working on? No, it's going slow as hell. Like I'm sitting here wasting time playing the game. Like I'm not making any like big moves anytime soon. No, but you know, there has to be some talks around it. There have to be some conversations around it. I have to see like some proof that you're putting in some effort and you know what I mean? Like you're trying. Like I want to see that you're at least trying to take a step forward. And even if you're taking little teeny tiny baby steps, that's fine too. I'm taking little teeny tiny baby steps. I'm not ready to go out there and tackle the world as of right now. Hell no, not even close. Not even close. But I'm saying, can we at least try and like get ourselves there? You know, it's scary, it's terrifying. Even me like recording this video now, even me like just talking right now, I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared, I ain't gonna lie, because I don't know what's gonna come of it. I don't know if someone's gonna watch this video and be like, oh, why does your voice sound like that? Oh, I don't know, whatever, you know, whatever rude people say. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come of it. Like I have a reason for doing it, but I don't know if that reason, first of all, is a good enough reason, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sustain this like a long time. I just don't know. There's so much uncertainty, and I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of like not moving. You know, I tell myself, and for a minute this was working for me. I told myself, you know what? At least you're not on your dad's couch. You know, when I left college, I got so depressed, man. So depressed when I dropped out. Oh my God, bro. I was like I was sleeping on the couch in the living room, right? But I didn't have my own room. I gave it up. So I was sleeping on the couch in the living room, and like I was like taking like sleeping pills, bro. I think at one point I took like 20 sleeping pills at one time. Like those like generic sleeping pills from Walmart. Bro, I was hopped up on them bitches, okay? I ain't gonna lie. And I was just sleep. I would just fucking sleep. I would overeat. I would eat a lot, like I would binge, and then sometimes I would throw up. And then sometimes I would and at one point I was I was attempting to become an alcoholic, okay? I was attempting. I had one bad night, all right? There was one bad night with a bottle of Kinky. Is its brand called Kinky, all right? And it was like strawberry cherry flavor or something like that, right? And I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. I drank the whole bottle. Bro, I woke up the next morning, my head hurt so fucking bad. I literally thought it was going to fucking explode. But like I didn't have enough energy to like grimace and wince in pain, because if I did, it hurt more. So it was just like I'm just like numb and a lot of pain at the same time. It was such a weird feeling. And then I ended up throwing up. Like I don't like throwing up, right? Because I can't breathe, and it just makes me anxious, right? It makes me panic a little bit whenever I throw up. But that day, I threw up so calm, I freaked myself out because I threw up a lot. I was just like, and I was like so calm. It was so strange to me, because I'm like, this is the most calm I've ever been throwing up in my life. And it was so much. I was like, I don't even have the energy right now to like panic. All right, I'm just gonna throw up and I'm just gonna sit here and just wait for it to be over. Like there's nothing else I can do at the moment. Apparently, like I had like stabbed my brother's sandwich. Like I was like blackout, right? I like blacked out, went drunk. I like stabbed my brother's sandwich with a knife, and I threw a dirty diaper at his head. Apparently, I don't remember doing any of that. Well, that's funny. Though. I ain't gonna lie. Dirty diaper at his head. I must have been very upset with him. But ever since that night, I cannot drink alcohol anymore. I literally will not digest it. It will sit in my stomach until I just throw it up. I just can't digest it anymore. But I'm just saying I can no longer engage with it. All right. I tried the other day, man. I tried to put a little bit of what was it like? It was like green apple. It wasn't vodka. I forget what it was. I forget what it was. I'm not an alcohol connoisseur. It was a white liquor. And I remember putting it in my icy. And it was like I felt like it was sitting in my stomach for like days. I felt like for days my stomach was just hurting because it was just sitting there, and I just would not digest it. What the? So I can't do alcohol anymore. You know what I was hopped up on for a long time. I don't know if you've ever had these, but you ever go to the corner store and you not even a corner store, smoke shop, and you buy these like the THC gummies. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this on YouTube. It is what it is. I'm gonna talk about it anyways. Like the THC gummies that you would like get from the smoke shop. There was at one point, I don't know, I was taking like 7 a day. Like I was on them, but I do not have a great stomach. Me and my stomach, we fight all the time. We are not the best of friends. And at some point, because I was like taking 7 a day, I would be nauseous the whole entire day. And sometimes all I could focus on was that nausea. So I was like high as hell, but like also like nauseous, so I couldn't even like enjoy the high. It was horrible. It was miserable. It was miserable because like the second I came down, I was like, nope, we're becoming sober. What is this? What is this? Lucidity? Clarity? No, we don't need none of that. No. No. And this is around the time that I was that I first started this job that I'm at now. I was a couple months into this job, and in order to get through it, I was like, I just need to take these gummies, man. I cannot survive without these gummies. I can't face reality as it is. And so yeah, I was on them for a minute. So every time I came down from you know, from a trip, I would just get so depressed. And then I had to like go to work the next day after like being all depressed like that. It just wasn't a good feeling. Because at that time I wasn't caring about other people and their emotions and whatever. I was like, I'm angry, get out of my way. I'm pissed off. Get out of my way. I'm angry. Can't you see that I'm angry? I'm angry and depressed. I'm miserable to be around. But you know what's crazy? Is everyone gave me grace. This is why I feel bad about my mindset, my mentality now, because at that time everybody gave me grace. They're like, oh no, TK's going through his shit. He's like tackling his demons, and he's like, you know, he's going through some shit right now. So like, yeah, he's a little bit crazy right now, and he's like throwing shit at the walls, and he's hurting tables and our equipment, but it's fine. It's fine, because you know, we accept all people, and you're going through some stuff. It's fine. They were incredibly courteous to me. But I'm not in that mindset anymore, you know what I mean? I'm not hopped up on the gummies anymore. I'm not taking anything at the moment. But you know what I think was a major change though? Well, maybe it was drugs, okay? I took more drugs. But it was like the good kind, okay? I went to go see a doctor, went to go see a psychiatrist or whatever. And I got put on like antidepressants and whatnot, and I still take them to this day. So I still take them today, and they've been a massive help. They've been a tremendous help. I mean, seriously, it has been a tremendous help. It was a little bit difficult getting on them at first because they just made me extremely tired. Like I was like drifting off in the middle of work. I was taking like micro naps. Like this shit was intense. All right. But you know, I changed the dosage, right? I lowered the dosage, and it still made me tired, but I was still able to function. And I'm pretty used to them now, and it just helped me. So the way that it helps me is just it's not that I don't feel emotions anymore. It's just that they're muted in a way to where I can give myself enough time to like think. I don't know if that's really the intention, and I don't know, it could also just be a change in like my mindset and a change in a way that I cope with things and how I manage my stress and my emotions. But like I have enough time to like sit for a second and be like, okay, I'm depressed right now. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. We've been through it before. All we gotta do is just sit through it. You're gonna be fine. It sucks right now. You want to throw yourself out the window, yes, and the pull is very strong. But all you have to do is just wait. It'll go away. It goes up and then it goes down. It's fine. You're gonna be fine. You know, and I just like, you know, do a little bit of self-talk in that way. Do a little bit of self-talk, and I you know, but I think I was only able to achieve this because I was on the medication. Am I advocating for antidepressants? I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you what worked for me, okay? Because not everything's gonna work for everybody, right? I tried therapy and okay. You know, I don't know, man. I had some weird therapists, okay? The first one that I had, first therapist that I had. At first, I thought it was like working, right? It was like this older white man, older gentleman, right? He had his own practice, right? So he wasn't part of like any like, I don't know, firm. I don't know what you would call it. He wasn't like part of any like you know, company or whatever. He had his own thing, right? But I don't know, man. I felt like this older white man was not able to talk to me in a reasonable way when it came to my problems, okay? I was a young black man at the time, right? And I'm not saying that that an older white man can't relate to a younger black man, but I think he just... So, I can't really put in words how to describe the feeling I had, but let's just say, I'll use this as one example, right? So I told him, hey, like, I feel bad, I feel depressed and all that stuff. And he's like, okay, well, listen, you know what I usually do? I usually just go play golf with my friends. So maybe you should just go play golf with your friends. I was like, okay, I've been here for a minute, and you should know that I don't have any friends. You should know that. You should know that I don't have any friends. So what are you talking about going to play golf with my friends? Also, I don't play golf. Who plays golf? I feel like there's only older people that play golf. All right, I don't play no damn golf. What are you talking about? I told him then he said, okay, well, if you don't gonna go play golf, just go do something fun, like go jump in the lake, go swim in the lake. I said, I cannot swim, but go jump in a lake by myself. I'm going to drown. I'm gonna die. What do you mean? And at one point, I had told him that I was trying to start my own business, right? It was like an ice cream business, and I was going to like make these like waffle bowls, and you know, put some ice cream in them. And I had built a shed in my dad's backyard to like hold all of my stuff in there, right? To hold all of my you know, all the utensils, the materials, and whatnot. I had built a shed in my dad's backyard, and for the most part I did it by myself. And I was telling him about it because I felt very proud. I'm like, you know, I haven't really built anything, and to build something with my own two hands, like I laid out the foundation, like concrete and everything, like I was in it, bro. Like I like set up it wasn't an LLC, it was a sole proprietorship or whatever. And like I like set up a distributor, like I was going all in. I literally, the only thing I had to do was just start. That's the only thing I had to do, was just start. But I chickened out. I ended up not doing it. But anyways, I was telling him about how how I had built the shed, and I had cuts on my hands, right? I had cuts from like the aluminum siding that was like cutting into my hands when I was trying to put it up. And I was like, I was kind of proud of them. I'm like, they're scars, or they're like, you know, proof of my work. You know, I was kind of felt proud about them. And so he made a joke. So he's like, oh, well, you didn't cut your hands on purpose, did you? Because I had told him that I had, you know, self-harmed myself in that past, and I had showed him my cuts. So it felt weird that he would joke about that. I'm like, and he's like, I'm just joking. I'm like, that's not funny, bro. like, that's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. Oh, did you cut yourself on purpose? Did you want to self-harm yourself? What the fuck what are you talking about, man? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That was like the last thing that really like set me off. I'm like, okay, nah, this dude is cracked in the head. He wasn't insane or anything. He was just out of touch. You know what I'm saying? We were not clicking, we were not vibing. And I would tell him stuff like, you know, every time I come into your office, I'm like, I'm pretty nervous about being in front of you and like just telling you about my stuff. And he's like, really? You seem so calm. I'm like, man, you're so unaware. How are you a therapist? How are you a therapist? And so he would like he would eat in front of me. I'm not saying that I don't know, it's a bit unprofessional, I think, right? To sit there and like eat in front of your client. And it's not like eating a whole meal, but he's like eating like an energy bar while trying to have a conversation with me. So he's like, so you know, you just gotta live life, and you know, you just gotta make it work for you, you know. And hold on. And I'm like, bro, can you not eat right now? At one point during one of our sessions, he gets up and walks out of the room, just in the middle of talking. He's like, oh wait, excuse me, give me a second. I'm like, okay. And he comes back and he sits back down. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I had to fart. I had to let one out. You know, I didn't want to do it around you. You know. I was like, oh yeah, thank you for being so professional." At least he walked out of the room. At least he didn't let one rip in the middle of a conversation. Oh my God, I just like hate my family and I don't like the way that my family treats me. At least, oh, he's just so professional, y'all. Oh my God. Suffice to say, I did not, I went for a bit. I think I went for like 2 months. It was like 5 sessions that I had with this dude. Yeah, no, just no. Just no, buddy. We are not clicking. The next therapist that I had, I went through BetterHelp, like the online website thing for BetterHelp. And the second therapist I had, this was an older lady. She wasn't old. She was like, I don't know, like at least 30s, mid-30s, early 30s, something like that, right? And at first, it went very well. It went very good. She was giving me a lot of perspective that I didn't have. She was doing the thing where it's like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be great, and you know, just like, oh, just live life how you want to, and it's gonna be fine. You know, I don't really like that kind of advice. I'd rather you just tell me, hey, you're being stupid. This is a stupid thing to do. Don't do this. I like that kind of approach because it's like more practical to me that way. But I could tell that she just genuinely cared. She just wanted me to get better. So you know, I just take it what it was. She was a very visual person, so she would like draw a lot of pictures and whatnot during our thing, during our sessions, and I did really like that because I'm a very metaphorical person too. I like using metaphors and analogies, so I'm like, okay, this is helpful to me. I really like this. Then at some point, it became very clear to me that she was attracted to me. It became very clear. All right. It was in subtle ways at first, and then I'm just like, okay, where you're like barely containing your excitement here. Like, you need to chill out, lady. You need to chill out. All right. You need to freaking chill. So like at first it was just like, well, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, finding someone to love because, you know, you're a very good looking man, and you know, and so I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And then I don't know how, but when we started talking about like sex, oh my God, this lady, this lady. Oh my God. She became very flustered very quickly. And I'm like, oh God, this lady. And other ways that I can't remember, it just became obvious. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's having a little bit, maybe she's enjoying these sessions a little bit too much. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Every time I would come on, she just seemed a little bit too happy to see me. You know what I mean? It just, you get the feeling, man. You get the feeling. And I'm like, if I continue this, this is not gonna work out well. Plus, she was like married. And I was like, listen, I don't know where this is going, but if it's going in the direction that I think it is going, because she would talk about her marital troubles. Listen, nope. I had to cut it off. I was like, this is not happening. So I forget how. I talked to a doctor, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna, I want you to go to this website and get in contact with one of the psychiatrists. That's you know, that's part of your insurance network or whatever. Go talk to them. Maybe we can do a little bit something about that depression and anxiety. And so I got on the medication, and I've been on it for a minute now. And like I said, it's been very helpful to me. I don't know if it is the sole reason why I got better, but at the very least, it has allowed me to, I think, create a better mindset for myself. So life doesn't have to feel so bad all the time. Like, it sucks a lot of the time, but it's not bad all the time. And at the very least, I know that I can weather a lot of the storms. I can push through a lot more things, you know? I used to live on my own before, and I could not handle it. Like, my anxiety was getting so bad that, like, I would hear people talking outside of my house, and I would literally start like having an anxiety attack. Like, my heart would start beating fast, and I just like start breathing heavy. I'm like, I hear people. What if they come knock on my door and want to have an impromptu conversation with me? Well, I'm not ready. Like, I was freaking out for like no reason. But now, I've only been in this new place for, it's almost been a year. It's been like 11 months, 11 months since I've been in this place. And you know what? I've had ups and downs. I've had very bad days. I have very bad mental days. But I don't know, I was able to, like, they don't seem as bad. Like, they felt the same level of bad as I've had in the past, but like the way that I was able to like handle it felt a lot better. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was able to handle it a lot better. So now I'm trying to put more focus into, you know, doing something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be amazing. I don't have to achieve a whole lot in my life. I just got to get myself to a point where I will be happy with myself. Well, let's just say, like, if I was to die right now, right now, today, I think I would have very few regrets. I'm not saying that I made the best choices in life. I'm not saying I am at where I want to be in this life right now, but I'm just saying that I will be happy with the choices that I made to get myself here. I think I would. Am I successful? Like, not even close. And do I have a lot of money? Not even close. Do I have a rich social life? Not even close. And I think some people might look at that and be like, oh, your life sucks. You're a loser. You're by yourself. Man, I'm chilling. Like, for the most part, I'll be chilling. And every time I think about trying to do things that is quote unquote expected of me, every single time I try to do things, I don't know, I get anxious and I, you know, start having bad thoughts. I'm like, oh, maybe I should just, you know, jump off the deep end because, you know, all these expectations is just too much to handle. Listen, man, the only expectation that I am holding is of myself now. I'm not worried about what anybody else wants me to do, not worried about what anybody else thinks I should do. I'm focusing on what I got going on. And I think some people might hear that and be like, oh, well, you think you're so special, huh? No, I honestly, I do not. I do not. I have felt the most normal I have ever felt in my entire life. Before, I had a big ego too. Oh my God, my ego was huge for no reason. Because, you know, I was like a smart kid and whatnot, right? So all the adults and all my family be like, oh my God, he's so smart, he has so much potential. And, you know, it fed into my ego. But now as an adult and I went through what I went through, it's like, yeah, my intelligence did nothing for me. Yeah, I was smart, so what? I still didn't know shit. I'm smart and I can like see patterns and shit, but that doesn't mean that I know how to solve all my problems. Absolutely not. It was just a big old crutch for me to lean on. And also an excuse not to do anything, not to learn anything, not to gain any new skills. Cause it's like, oh, well, I can start whenever because I'm smart. I'll be able to figure it out. So I don't even have to do anything now because I'm smart. I'll figure it out. What? I feel relatively stable, right? And there is a little bit of anxiety that comes with that because you're like, okay, well, you're stable, everything's good now. Like, what's the next fucked up thing that's gonna happen? If I sit here and I try to compare my struggle to other people, I'm not gonna get anywhere. I'm not gonna get anywhere, and I'm even gonna feel worse because I'm like, okay, so I feel this bad, and like not even a lot has happened to me. Okay, so I'm just a shit person then. Like, my mentality will lead me to think that. So listen, I try not to compare myself. I try not to compare my life to other people, and I try to have respect for other people too. You know, people have the way they live, and I can't exactly force them out of it, right? Even if I think it's bad for them, even if I think it's not conducive to them, it is what it is. They gonna do what they want to do, you know. And you just gotta respect people for where they're at and for where they're at in their life. Respect people for, you know, what they do, you know. But you know, I think it's a two-way street, right? I don't really have much else to say. You know, just let me know if y'all feel similar, or if you're in similar positions in life, or if you disagree with me and say that, oh, I'm an asshole. Say that too. I want to hear all the different kind of perspectives, you know. Just let me know. And if y'all want to see another video, y'all want to see me suck at some more video games, I can do that too, you know. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And if I do another one of these, I will see you in those ones. All right. See ya.